Thank you for joining me this afternoon. It's about 2:45 p.m. and I figured let me jump on here and share with you guys what's been going on in my mind, because one thing we know is that time is a machine. Once you lose it, you cannot get it back. Like this minute here, I'm sitting here to record a video with you guys, and when I am finished, it's just a matter of time to look back and ask myself, how did I utilize my time? So, with that being said, my name is Claudine. I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a nurse practitioner by profession. Right now, I'm between jobs, so I realize I have a lot of time in my hands. But by the end of the day, I'll look back and wonder, what did I do? So, after the first week, I said something has to change. This extra time I have with me is not just for me to sit in front of the computer and not being able to figure out what did I do, or to be at home and not figure out that how did I utilize my time. So I decided to do something. I decided to make some changes into my life. And this was kind of hard on the first day, but as everything else, change is unpleasant, but it is very, very necessary. Anyway, one thing I wanted to tell you is that discipline is what really matters. And also looking back, looking forward and seeing like what do you want to achieve as an individual, as a family, as a community? What do you want to achieve for your professional life, your personal life, your social life? This is something you can look back and say, you know what? I want to achieve A, B, C, D, E. But how do I get from point A to point B? So there's a statistics I'm trying to pull out for you so you know what I'm talking about. But before I get to that, I wanted to let you know that 2 weeks ago, I stopped working my full-time job and voluntarily. But that's another story. And that's when I realized that things are not going to be the same for me. But I need to figure out like what am I going to do with my time in hand. So I figured at after the first week, I was like, where is my time going? And I had to go back, look and see, realize that, my time is spent a lot scrolling through my phone, browsing the screens, and I figured, let me change this. And with that being said, my kids have screen time on their tablet, on their phone. And that's one thing we are trying to be very strict on. Sometimes they'll request for screen time before it's up, and I will ignore it. And they will send another request, and I will ignore it. But by the end of the day, I realize if my kids have screen time, why can't I have screen time myself? And that's when I said, you know what, let me give it a try. So last week, Monday, on Sunday, I went on my phone and I decided to put screen time for myself. Yes, I put screen time for myself. As an adult, as an independent woman, I did that. And I was nervous at first. I was like, wait a minute. I looked back on the screen time summary and I realized that during the day I spent up to 3-4 hours on social media. I have social media accounts. I have my TikTok that I go live on. I have my YouTube channel that I go live on. I have my Facebook that I go live on. But I try to line up my live sessions. So I'm not going live separately on YouTube and I'm not going live separately on TikTok. And with that, I'm able to maximize my time. But that still wasn't answering my question why I was spending that much time on social media. So after I put myself on time screen, Monday came, I went for a walk, and after I got back to the house, I took a shower and I saw an alert come on my phone 5 minutes before your screen time. And I was like, oh my God, this is really happening. I'm going to be on screen time. Yeah. And it came. And it took me a little bit to get used to it. I'll be like going to try to figure out, okay, let me do this. And I'm like, oh, it's on screen time. Let me go check and see if anybody commented on my video. Oh, it's on screen time. So my social medias, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Amazon, all those are on screen time. The only main things I left out were my emails, and of which I decided I'll be checking emails twice a day, in the morning um, and early afternoon. And this is just so I am not answering emails, I'm not scrolling down on emails that are not really necessary at the moment. And it wasn't easy, as I can say, but I did it. Day one came, I did it. I had to ignore the screen time for one or two apps just for a few minutes. And you do have options. So you ignore it completely, or you can ignore it for 15 minutes, or you can ignore it for the whole day. So most of the time I did 15 minutes just so I know I don't have it the whole day. If I need to go back in, then I can do that. So here are some statistics. So on how people spend their time on social media. So on average, around 2 hours and 20 to 30 minutes per day on social media globally. So Latin American is among the highest, and they spend 3 hours 30 minutes per day on social media. Middle East and Africa spend around 3 hours 10 minutes per day. Asia Pacific 2 hours 15 minutes per day. North America 2 hours 10 minutes per day. And Europe is a bit lower, generally over 2 hours per day. But this also varies by age. So teens and early 20s tend to spend more time than older adults. For example, teenagers spend over 3 to 4 hours per day on social media. So kids, preteens, spend significantly less time. And this is maybe because they have screen time. Like my kids, 8 and 11, they have screen time, but they maximize their screen time during the weekend when they have more time on their tablets or on their phone. And this is one thing that's really made me realize that there's so much we can accomplish when we discipline ourselves. I've been disciplined for the last 1 week. And even over the weekend when we went camping, one of our friends' daughter was like, I showed her my phone and I told her, yeah, I'm on screen time. And she was like, what? And whose password do you use to get off the screen time? And I told her, I have the password. It's my own password. And I can just ignore it and get on the screen if I need to. But I'm trying to discipline myself. And this is one thing that has really changed my life. And I can look back this past week and I can tell you, I have been able to accomplish so much. A lot of the things that I had on my to-do lists, I've been able to do them so much. And I'm like, it's all about discipline. It's all about discipline. We have the phones with us. We have the tablets. Like I came to realize that my iPad and my phone, even though it's the same account, they did not communicate. So when I went on my iPad to do something and I realized I am not on screen time on some of these phones, some of these apps, I did the screen time like chap chap. I was like, no. I'm not falling a victim on this. I got on screen time as soon as I had the opportunity to. So this is one thing I changed, and this is one way in which I'm claiming my time back. And I hope you too, you can do the same. Even if you're working and this is what I figured. I was like, okay, let's assume I'm working a 9 to 5 job, and that's the screen time I did for myself. 9 to 5 screen time. And it's been working, so I figured let me utilize my 9 to 5s every single day. And so far it's been effective, and I can tell you, you can do it as well. Whatever time you want to block off for screen time, try it and you will not regret it. You will not regret it. And so far I'm loving it and I am not going back. So I hope this has been beneficial for you, and I hope you can join me in my next video. Till next time.